All right, people. How we doing today? Day 2. Can you believe it's already day 2? Feels like just yesterday it was day 0. Because it was day 0. Just yesterday. Right now we're in the honeymoon phase. We're excited. We're running on dopamine. We're getting into this sketchbook and everything is cotton candy and fairy tales right now. It's a great time. Great stage. We want to stoke that fire and be excited about it. So that's awesome. Now, one of the things I wanted to say was, don't focus so much on the quality of your drawing right now. Just be excited about that when you go to put the time in your sketchbook, you get that 30 minutes in. And then you put that gold star right on your chest, okay? Job well done. That's what you focus on, okay, people? Because I tell you what, there's been many and many a time when I've come down the stairs in the morning to look at my drawing that I thought was just going to be El Supreme. And guess what? It's a big turd. I look at it and I'm like, oh, what happened to my drawing? It looks terrible. I get them fresh eyes on and I look at it in the new light, in the morning light, and I tell you, it just ain't no good. So then, of course, I get all upset and sad and I brood a little bit. And then it takes me a couple days to get over that, to get back into the sketchbook again. Now, I learned something there. Don't focus on how good or how bad your drawing is. Just focus on the time you spend in your sketchbook every day like it's a workout, okay? If you're going to the gym to lose weight, you can't lose all that weight in one day. People don't go out with the intention of creating a masterpiece. A masterpiece arises from the refinement of the system of the pipeline that you create. As you refine your pipeline, the pipeline makes your drawings better. You don't. Your pipeline does. So refine your pipeline, people. Just focus on getting in there, being consistent, being excited. That's where we're at right now. You know what I'm saying? That's where we're at. Now, some of the things that really keep me excited, I remember when I was younger. Okay, now we all know I do the pen and ink and I do the watercolor and I love that stuff. Now, where did that come from? Well, I'll tell you what, it came from right here. Calvin and Hobbes. I remember flipping through Calvin and Hobbes as a kid and being just mesmerized by his ink, by Bill Waterson's inking, and by how good he did his colors. Of course, I love the story too, and Calvin was hilarious, and I love all that, and all his little adventures and his imagination, and so that just heightened it for me. But that right there, how he did the tree with the watercolor, incredible. And I felt like at that time it was reachable for me. It wasn't some complex, wow, I don't know how he did that artwork thing, but it looked reachable. Like I could put in some time, put in some effort, and I could maybe get close to what Bill Waterson was doing. And his stuff has life in it. So I was stoked about that, right? So I loved it. Well, there was another thing as I got older, found other artists, other comic books, and one of my big favorites was Danger Girl. Scott Campbell. I loved how he drew a mixture of cartoony with realism and put it out there. And of course, I love the women too. Don't get me wrong, man. I tell you, he drew some women's bodies like you wouldn't believe. But I loved his Danger Girl. And so I got all his sketchbooks, you know, along with the comic books on how to draw them and all that stuff. And I would just be all excited. I don't know, maybe you can see it better over here. I would just get all excited to draw them all. And I would go through and I would copy them all in my sketchbook. Of course, then in the morning, I'd come down feeling all proud, like, hey, I'm catching up to Scott Campbell. I'd look at my sketchbook and it was a big turd. They were terrible. The proportions were all wrong. I don't know. You know, I didn't drink back then, but it felt like I was drunk when I drew them. And I don't know what the hell I saw that made me think that they were good. So I'd get all pissed off at myself and beat myself up and get all mad at my sketchbook, and we'd break up for a week. I ain't talking to you, sketchbook, no more for a whole week until you start treating me right. Quit ruining my sketches. Quit ruining my drawings. Quit it. And then I'd make up with my sketchbook. I love you. Okay, we'll come back on over here. Come back. And then I'd go and I'd do another series of drawings and then get all mad again and go through the whole cycle again, right? And so I'd waste all that time being mad at my sketchbook when I should have just not been so invested in it emotionally. I should have just felt good that, okay, I put the time in, on to the next one. I put the time in, on to the next one. I put the time in, on to the next one. So I was looking to take too big a bite. I was looking for too much, too soon, too quick. And what we're talking about here is a type of knowledge, right? We're talking about how to organize your mind. And there's two types of knowledge in this world. There's the kind that I can say, listen, 1 + 1 is 2, and you automatically know it. Well, then I could also tell you, hey, draw that head in the right proportion. Well, you know it up here, but can you do it down here? No, you can't. That kind of knowledge to get it, to be able to reproduce it down here, takes a series of, you have to do it over and over and over and over again. You need that repetition in order to learn it. You need that repetition in order to get all the variables and the nuances to do it. So why would you stop yourself from that repetition just because it looks bad? Of course it's going to look bad. We all know that. That's a given, right? Ain't nobody around here a superstar. Unless you are a superstar. I'd like to be a superstar. Wouldn't you like to be a superstar? But we ain't superstars yet, people. So just be proud of yourself that you had the discipline and the repetition to put your 30 minutes a day into your sketchbook. That's where we're at right now, okay? Also, I wanted to say, don't carry around that weight if you miss a day. Oh, I'm gonna make that up. So now you got that debt on your mind, that obligation, like a fucking rock in your pocket weighing you down so you can't fly. Listen, we ain't trying to pay debts and we ain't trying to check all the boxes. We trying to learn how to fly. Okay? So get them damn rocks out of your pocket. Ben, I'm talking to you over there in New Jersey. Ben said he's on vacation right now and he's gonna make them days up. Well, don't do that. Don't do it. Just when you are ready to do it, jump in with both feet and fly. Don't carry around them rocks, okay? Them, I shoulda, I wish I coulda, I couldn't because I was, in my room doing my chores or whatever. Just start now. Be free and start now and keep that freedom. Keep that freedom, okay? And then jump into the sketchbook when you can with a whole heart. I know you got a couple of kids and you got that new grill that you barbecuing. I know you want to make them smoked pork ribs. Who don't want to make them smoked pork ribs? So make them ribs, take care of your kids, love your family, and jump into your sketchbook when you can and fly with it, okay? Fly with it. Because what we're talking about here, people, is organizing your mind. Now get out there and organize your mind. I'm going to drink my mug and I got to go pick up my stuff. What about it?